would like to be part of the interactive experience, please do come to the Insight Timer app, which again is a free app and a beautiful place to be together in community. All are welcome. Welcome, everyone. Hi, Brad. Oh, thank you. I'm so grateful. We'll wait a few moments before we get started. Hi, Britt. How are you feeling? Are you starting to feel better? Thanks, everyone, for being here. And again, if you are not here on Insight Timer, I invite you to join on Insight Timer so that I can see your comments and so we can be in this experience together. Oh, I'm glad you're feeling a lot better. Good. Hi, Lori. Hi, Elizabeth. Oh, I'm so grateful to be together. Hi, Jen. Well, friends, feel free to say hi in the chat here on Insight Timer where I can see your comments. It's wonderful to be together. For anyone that I'm getting to meet today for the first time, my name is Selena. This is our weekly session where we come together as community to support one another and to be in this intentional space of love, compassion, maybe some self exploration and inquiry that isn't always comfortable, as the work is so often. Hi, Leanne. Great to see you. So, a very warm welcome to everyone. And here on the Insight Timer app, I have many recordings. I have 2 courses, yogic practices for a peaceful life, and Awaken My Heart, a guide to living with self love. And yeah, I am about to be updating my live schedule here on Insight Timer. So please check out my profile page where you can find that. I'm about to be traveling, so our session times will be different in part of December and also part of January. All right. So again, if you are not here with us on Insight Timer, I invite you to join us on Insight Timer so that I can see you and we can be together. Let's start with the centering technique. This is an ancient yogic technique that is so effective for bringing us back to a space of greater centeredness, which gives us greater mental clarity. It can even help us feel a little more emotionally regulated or clear, and gives us more of a sense of being in the body as much as that feels okay for each of us in the moment. Because it doesn't always feel comfortable, does it? If you can, have your feet flat on the floor. Let's bring the palms to touch at the heart center. Relax the shoulders down. Take a full breath in. Exhale, let it go. And if you can't move your body, you can just visualize this with us. Inhale, reach your right hand all the way up. At the same time, the left hand comes down by the navel, all the fingers point up. And then exhale slowly to come back to the heart. Really take your time here. And when you're ready, inhale, the left hand reaches all the way up, right hand by the navel, open the chest. Exhale, slowly come back to the heart. And then one more time with the right hand leading. Inhale the right hand all the way up, left hand down by the navel. Reach that upper arm all the way up if you can. Exhale slowly to come back to the heart. Feel your palms touching. Feel your breath. Start to tune in to your experience of yourself. the experience of your body, your thoughts, your emotions. Mm, great. And then relax the hands down, soften the shoulders. We're going to start today with a meditation. I don't know about you, but I've been feeling particularly stirred up emotionally, and I've noticed how we all have. Well, I'm very good at interrupting my own sentences. um, what I was going to say, the second part of what I was going to say is that we all have different coping mechanisms for discomfort, some more effective and or healthy than others, yes. And I've been noticing that I've been letting my mind be very busy or distracted. I'm still meditating, I'm still taking care of the body and moving the body. And in the time that I don't have something to do, I'm really filling my attention with things, audiobooks, different talks, reading something, oracle card readings. I'm not really giving myself a lot of time to just sit and be still other than when I'm in meditation. And firstly, I just like to acknowledge that this is okay. It's okay for us to use our distraction mechanisms at times. They can be what help us process or navigate challenge, pain, difficulty in our lives. Sometimes, there often, at least in the past, dissociation or kind of checking out would get a bit of a bad rap. There's this idea, oh, you should always just be present. You should always be tuned into your feelings. You should always be on. And yet, dissociation is a natural mechanism to help us create a little bit of space from the intensity of an experience, which at times, not always, but at times can help us process something that might otherwise feel overwhelming or too big. So I've been noticing some of my coping mechanisms of staying busy in the mind or even busy in the body, having something to do. Can anyone relate to that? No, probably no one here. You've never kept yourself busy, have you? To not feel. Yeah, yeah, right? So so I've been aware of this, and it's okay. It's okay. And for me, there can be a balance. I have compassion for these different coping mechanisms. I can see there's something that feels so uncomfortable inside. I'm needing to check out in an audiobook for a few hours. Okay. I recognize that's there. I don't need to beat myself up or force myself to sit and feel. And I can also acknowledge that it is essential for my healing and my freedom to take time to sit with, to be with, to feel, to acknowledge what's underneath the busyness. Because that's how we move into unfavorable health in our minds, bodies, and emotions. When we don't take the time to be with, to process the pain or discomfort that's there. And maybe we just need to dip our toe in the water, so to speak. Yes. Maybe it's too much to dive all in and just say, okay, what am I feeling? What is this pain? What do I do with it? Maybe that's too much. So maybe we need to start small. Maybe it starts with a little bit of journaling where you say, all right, I know that I'm feeling really uncomfortable. I don't really know how to deal with it. I don't want to deal with it, but I'm going to let myself journal a little bit. And you might feel some tremendous relief just from journaling. Or maybe you take a walk and you just allow yourself to kind of breathe into the sensations in your body. Maybe you have a therapist or a coach, and you just start by saying, I'm feeling really uncomfortable and I'm noticing all of my survival strategies and coping mechanisms coming up, right? There are ways that we can ease into. So I'm just naming the balance here of compassionately acknowledging that there are mechanisms that help us cope with what is at times too uncomfortable to sit with fully, and the necessity of making sure that we do sit with those things in one way or another so that we don't move into dis-ease in our being. Yes. So we have a question that came through, so I'm going to come to that in just a moment. I'm going to look back through the comments. Great to see everyone. Great to be together. Hello, hello, hello. And again, if you're not here with us on the Insight Timer app, I invite you to join us on Insight Timer where I can see your comments and we can really be together. I know I said we were going to start with a meditation, and here we are. Classic Selena tangent, side swipe, something like that. Yes. Okay, let's read this here. Emma shares, how do you give yourself the compassion when you want to reach goals and still fulfilled if you don't move your body? Hold on, love. I'm going to read that again. How do you give yourself the compassion when you want to reach goals and still fulfilled if you don't move your body? Uh, I'm going to read the next part because I don't fully understand that, love. Please feel free to clarify if you are catching why I'm not understanding that. That's what I'm struggling with right now. I just got off a long shift at work, struggling with tension in the body, but I want to and know my body will thank me if I move my body. And I don't know if I will feel fulfilled if I don't get my scheduled workout in. Oh, okay, this is a really good one. And this is different layers kind of coming together of conditioning and also our deeper needs. Yes. So part of what I'm hearing in this is you're focusing on your goals, you're working, you're doing these other things that require more of your mental energy, yet you're not spending time moving your body. And there's this internal pressure of one, the belief that I have to move my body, that is necessary, that I have to work out. And there's whatever conditioning is behind that. If I don't work out, then right? We can all fill in the blank. If I don't work out, then I won't be attractive. If I don't work out, then I won't be healthy. If I don't work out, then nobody will want me. If I don't work out, then I'll lose my appeal. There's just so much conditioning that comes with working out. Oh, if I don't work out, then I'll just feel miserable and I'll get out of my routine. So much, right? So many beliefs that are hooked into that need or even addiction to work out. And it can cause a lot of internal pressure rather than freedom and joy that can really come when we move the body. So, how would I look at that? Well, one, I would start to get clear on why moving my body is a priority. And I'd really kind of get clear in my own mind. I might even journal on it. Why is moving my body of great value to me? And feel free to share in the chat, friends, just anyone. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Why is moving my body of great value? Some things that come to mind for me are I feel stronger when I'm exercising. I feel more emotionally regulated. I feel more there's emotional balance more so. When I'm working out, I feel like I move stagnant energy Yeah, Donna is saying, I sleep better and I'm less anxious. Sandy, should I get energized when I work out? So I get clear on what your values are in working out so that you can kind of set that aside a little bit from that pressure feeling. Yeah, I see it stimulates happy chemicals. Absolutely. Yes. So, and also working out is my stress relief. It boosts my confidence for physical and mental health. Yeah. And let's see, Emma's sharing something here. Sorry for the lengthy question. I just would love to hear the insight and wasn't sure if anyone else needed to know. For me, I feel more fulfilled because I know I sleep better, stronger. I'm stronger, feel stronger, and boost my mood. Great. And Emma, it's a great question. No need to apologize. Um, it's, I think, something that many, many, many of us can relate to, and that's part of the power, and the goodness, the value of when we have the courage to ask questions on a platform like this. It You're asking a question that will ultimately serve many. So thank you for your vulnerability in asking the question. So again, I would get clear on what value does working out have for me so I can really tune into my why, my motivation, my reason for moving my body. And then with that, I if if my work schedule feels so demanding, like let's say that you're working 18 hours a day, then I would make sure that I start really small. Okay, if I have such a full day that I literally don't have time to work out, then I would make sure that in my day, I schedule like a 15-minute workout. I know for me, I when I used to go to the gym regularly, I would spend like 2 hours there. I would do my a little bit of hit, and then I would dance for 30 to 45 minutes. That was my warm up, and then I would lift, and it was like this whole long endeavor, and then if I would hit the sauna after it, that's like a 3-hour journey. So in my mind, sometimes not going to the gym, I think, oh no, if I exercise today, I have to have 18 hours for it, right? So start small. Start small. Okay, it's the end of the day. I feel tired. I feel like I don't really have much left to give. I make sure that I spend 15 minutes, 10 minutes even doing some kind of exercise that serves my body. Now, here's the pro tip that I would say um, will support you if you feel like you don't have the time, or if at the end of the day you just feel tired and you don't feel like you have much left to give. Call on the discipline to get up earlier. And it will probably take some discipline because it will cut into your sleep. It might cut into a little bit of your something else that you have. So wake up a little earlier and do your movement in the morning. If you know at the end of the day, it's just like pulling teeth, it's so difficult to move your body, to get the motivation to move your body, make a small commitment. And here's the thing, when we're introducing new habits, when we want to experience something new in our lives, start small. Otherwise, it feels so overwhelming. I was just talking to one of my closest people yesterday, and I don't even remember what we were talking about, but he was sharing, and I could just see this mountain in his mind of everything that needed to be accomplished. It was just so much to take on. Of course, you would feel like giving up before you even started, right? So start small. Say to yourself, I'm going to do a 5-minute workout in the morning before I go to work. And then maybe a week later, you change it to a 10-minute workout, something like this. Yes. And I'm reading you shared a comment. You said, my express classes, 10 to 20 minutes. My express classes, 10 to 20 minutes may be the way to go. Okay, great. Great, that's it. Start small, and please let me know if if you'd like more insight or thoughts on that. Yes, I'm not sure if I fully answered your question. I'm happy to share a little more on that. Did that serve anyone else? Anyone else feeling some awareness percolating or some inspiration for taking care of your beautiful body? Yeah, great. Yeah, and there are days like Emma shared here, or no, sorry, Mel shared here. Don't feel bad if you're too tired to work out after a big work day. Yeah, I mean, don't feel bad, period, right? Ideally. Absolutely. Some days we just need rest. Like it's very rainy here right now. And these days my movement is dance, walking, and my Ashtanga practice. And it's been very rainy, so I can't get my walks in and I can't really dance that much because I don't want to disturb my neighbors who live below me. And I didn't get my asana practice in. So it was a day, and I also had held meditation group at the end of my workday. So it was a day where I didn't get my movement in. And there are days like that. Yes, friends, there are days where our body is asking for something else, and it's important to honor it. And of course, it just depends on what your goals are, what you're focused on. Awesome, Chandra. Awesome. Uh, Oh, great. Emma shared, I'm going to choose to do a power nap meditation after if I need it, and then get up and begin with a joyful movement like cardio boxing or a short 10-minute strength training. Great, love. And just remember, start small. The more it feels achievable, the easier it will be to stick with it. Wonderful. All right, great. Well, now that we took that little side road, let's move into an experience. Again, if you are not here with us on Insight Timer, I invite you to join us on Insight Timer to be part of our interactive experience. I'm just going to check our sound settings here. Everything's looking good. Great. So, you know what I really wanted to do? Did I bring up the movement? I don't know if you brought up the movement or if I brought up the movement, but I actually was feeling inspired today. I was like, I just want to turn on some music and move our bodies together. It's so important for us to move. That's what I was thinking about before this session. I was just feeling how um, earlier today I had a lot of uncomfortable emotion coming up. And I was I was really being good about not creating a story about why the emotion was there, and I was just noticing the discomfort. But even then that, the mind makes up the story that there's something wrong with the discomfort. So anyway, not long before our session, I was just like, all right, I've got to turn some music on and I need to dance around like a wild woman in my space and just kind of move this stagnancy. So this is just a friendly reminder. If we set aside all of the beliefs that we hold about exercise and how much we need to do it and why we should do it, if we set all of that aside and just think about it as a transmuter of energy. When we are moving our physical bodies. We are moving stagnant energy. We are creating space for flow, for ease. And of course, there's so many physical reasons we can look at this, what's happening in our biology. And just from an energetic standpoint, it can really free things up. Yes. And if you can't move your body, you can use your breath consciously. So maybe you have a breathing technique that you know works well to kind of stir up the stagnancy and then release it, or breathing techniques that help to activate the vagus nerve so that you can feel greater ease inside, more regulated. Yes. So find ways to move your precious body. And if you can't move it, move your breath. Yes. Great. Enjoy, Jeffrey. Yes, Britt. We'll dance together. We actually a couple of years ago, I held one or two little dance dance lives here on Insight Timer, and it was very fun. Yeah, Emma, same. So Emma's sharing that the skull shining breath works for her. And this is the Kapalabhati breathing. Some of you may know it as like the fire breathing, and it's a very forceful exhalation that really allows stuff to move. And maybe we haven't done this together for some time here on the app. I don't usually lead it on the app because there are many contraindications. It's not an appropriate breathing technique for everyone. However, it is one of the most powerful breathing techniques I have ever learned in my life, maybe the most, for really moving energy and helping to expand me into a state of the self. It is fantastic for stirring up the things that are stuck. So sometimes in this breathing technique, we'll first feel a lot of discomfort, physical discomfort, emotional discomfort. A lot starts to move for us often, not always, but often. And then as we continue to breathe, it's like all this gunk that's being stirred up, it starts to move out. And we're left with this fantastic, not always, it's not always the same experience. Sometimes it's uncomfortable, sometimes it's blissful. For me, what will often occur is this experience of stillness, the stillness of the self, sometimes even no mind. So, if you'd like to explore that breathing technique, I highly recommend it. Just make sure that it's appropriate for your body because it's not the best thing for everyone. Great, Liz. All right, friends. So, hmm, I'd like to invite, actually, for just a moment, for you, if you're sitting, to stand and just move your body a little bit. Just move your body. Maybe want to shake it out, jump up and down. And if you can't move your body, start to use some really conscious breathing, maybe that Kapalabhati breath if you're familiar with it. But just start to move your body. And you can let out some exhales through the mouth. This is I mean, really, moving the body before sitting is one of the best things that we can do. Some would even say that the origin of yoga asanas is preparing the body for deep states of meditation. So just shake it out. Shake, 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 shake. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Exhale through the mouth. Move your spine. And then when you're ready, come back to your seat, find some stillness. Close the eyes or just allow the gaze to be focused downward, relaxed gaze. If you can, have your feet flat on the floor if you're in a chair, or maybe your feet are tucked underneath you. Soften the lips. Allow a space between the teeth. And start to deepen the breath and slow it down if that's okay for your body. Many of us feel more relaxed or regulated when we focus on slow deep breaths, but it's not that way for everyone. So if you find that slow deep breathing is more agitating, then choose a breathing technique or a focal technique, focusing technique that allows you to start to settle. You may wish to have your hands on your lap with the palms facing upward. Relax the shoulders down. Let them soften if they will. Take a deep breath in. Exhale through the mouth. Breathe in a way that is nourishing for your body. And see if you can start to feel the expansion and contraction of the belly and the chest with your breath. So we're starting to breathe a little more fully. Notice a sensation in your body like heaviness or lightness, warmth or coolness, tension or ease. Just notice sensation. Maybe you start in one part of the body, tuning in to the sensations, and then move your awareness to another part of the body or another area, and notice the sensations in your body. See if you can drop into actually feeling rather than thinking about the sensation. And now slowly move your awareness throughout the body, noticing different sensations. Maybe you'd like to start at the top of your head and move your way down through your limbs, your torso, all the way into the legs and the feet. If you find that your mind is racing or caught in other thoughts, pause on a specific sensation in the body. Maybe there's a tightness in the shoulders or a spaciousness in some part of the body, and take a couple of breaths as you really feel these sensations in the body. And then when you feel a little more present, move on to another sensation. Continue to notice and feel sensations in the body for the next few breaths. You might even sense that the body becomes a little more settled or even relaxed as you consciously breathe and feel. Let's take a full breath in and out together. And now turn your attention to the mind. Notice the thoughts passing. There may be thoughts that are very familiar, repeating thoughts, fearful thoughts, joyful thoughts. Just notice the different thoughts in your mind. And let's consider that to be able to notice our own thoughts means that we are not the thoughts. The thoughts are not who we are. If we are able to notice them, then we are the one who is watching the thoughts. If you find that you get caught in a thought or it starts to repeat, take a breath and then imagine that you are letting this thought go so that it can pass by like a cloud in the sky. You are the infinite blue sky, and these thoughts are the clouds that come and go. And you might notice, ah, these thoughts, they seem to be here often. And then you might have some gentle inquiry. How does this thought make me feel? When I think this thought, do I feel sad? Do I feel safe? When I think this thought, do I feel afraid? What experience am I creating by thinking this thought? And there's no need to judge yourself. We have compassionate inquiry here. Just notice. And just for fun, you might introduce a thought that you know feels really good. Maybe it's a thought about someone or something you feel so grateful for. Or maybe it's a thought about something you're really looking forward to, or a thought about something that you just love. And notice how you feel when you think that thought. Let's take a deep breath in and out together. And now we turn our attention to the emotions. Sometimes our emotions are very clear and loud, so to speak. Sometimes we feel numb. Sometimes our emotions are like a pool of muddy water. We can't discern what is present. So just allow yourself to notice any emotions that are up for you. And if it feels difficult to access emotion, bring your attention back to your physical body and maybe notice in your body where there are stronger sensations. And then get curious. For example, you might feel a tightness in your throat and then sense, this tightness feels like anger. Or maybe you sense there's a heaviness in the belly and you recognize, this actually feels like fear. And It's not necessary to name the emotion, just start to tune in. And rather than judging these feelings, let's again practice noticing them. Ah, here are our emotions. Maybe very uncomfortable, but this is just part of being human. And if you find that your mind is telling you stories about the emotions, you might want to experiment with just really feeling the emotions in your body. And each time the mind perks up, to practice letting that thought go and returning to just feeling. Remember, sometimes our thoughts are just there as a distraction from feeling discomfort. And when we're able to sit with discomfort, beautiful things can happen. Even healing can occur. Let's take a full breath in and out. And now let's move into the four-sided breath. If holding your breath is not comfortable or you know it's not good for your body, maybe you have a heart condition or epilepsy or something else that is not conducive for breath holding, then just focus on breathing in and out without any holds. Let's all take a breath in together. Exhale completely. And then we'll inhale through the nose for 4, 3, 2, 1, and then pause and hold the breath if that works for your body. Relax the shoulders. And then through the nose, exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause and hold the breath again. Inhale through the nose if possible. 3, 2, 1. Pause and hold. Exhale through the nose. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause and hold. Inhale through the nose if possible. Pause. Exhale through the nose if possible. And pause. Inhale. Pause. Exhale. And pause. Continue to breathe in this way. Count in your mind and choose a counting rhythm that works for your body. We'll be here for a few more moments together in this breathing technique. Body's relaxed, face is relaxed. And if you get distracted, okay, just come back to counting the breath for these next few moments. Two more complete rounds of breath like this. And when you're complete, just breathe normally, naturally for your body. And notice what has shifted. Notice where you are inside. Let's take a full breath in and out. Become aware of the space around you. Maybe you feel the air moving across your skin. Start to deepen the breath. Feel your body supported, the points of contact between your body and whatever is beneath you, behind you. Slowly move the fingers and toes if possible. Move your body in any way that feels nourishing. When you're ready, slowly open the eyes. And as you maybe look around your space, or if you don't see maybe your internal space, just notice what has shifted. Notice your state. And then, if you wish, go ahead and share in the chat a couple of words that best describe your inner world right now. And again, if you're not here with us on the Insight Timer app. I invite you to join us on Insight Timer so that I can see your comments. Richard Goes Lightly is sharing one prayer today for each thought I have and hold the quiet hope of becoming what I am given to see and to be when we see each other in each moment, watching my thoughts, vying for my attention, thoughtfully smiling for the unseen ways we make each other feel. Thank you for the discerning waves, not as your captive. We arise together as a remembrance to love each thought as we embrace together. We are okay. Beautiful. Thank you for sharing. Beautiful. Brad shared revitalized and so nicely said. Beautiful. Yes, please do share, my friends, if you wish. Would love to hear from you. Angela shared, I've been struggling to sit with my breath lately. Today felt good to be able to sit and be present. Wonderful, my love. Wonderful. Mm. Mm. I'm so happy to see you. Oh, wonderful to see you, my love. Welcome back. How are you? How is maybe it's too deep of a question to ask how are you and how is your family because I know there's a lot there probably. I'm just so happy to see you. Thank you for being here. Hmm. Oh, great. Great. I'm so happy to hear that. Ah, yes, big hugs to you. Well, my friends, anything you wish to share, to ask? We still have a few moments together to be together. Sandy's sharing, today I went to sit in the Buddhist temple a couple of blocks from my home. It was beautiful to feel the community here. Oh, beautiful, Sandy. What a gift to have that. Yeah, I can't believe I've only been once. There's a beautiful Buddhist temple, maybe about 30 minutes from my house. And the one time I went there, I just sat in the temple. There's a big, beautiful statue of Buddha. And it's just such a gift to be able to drop into that state, that peace, that, you know, these places, there's a frequency that's been cultivated